Hey everybody, welcome back. And I'm going to try to keep this video brief. I know that there's a lot to go over, a lot to talk about with the Spider-Man 2 game that just recently came out. A lot of interesting factoids that are recently developing. So, one of the most recent controversies about this game is how everybody noticed that the Saudi Arabia version of the game apparently censored a lot of the LGBTQ content, side missions, storylines, pride flags, you name it, all the stuff they like to cram into these games to kind of feed the whole progressive agenda. And, you know, Sony really hasn't addressed it. They haven't said anything about it. I haven't seen any mods come out from Nexus Mods, who famously got rid of the pronoun mod for Starfield. I haven't seen anybody try to fix this Saudi Arabian version. They've kind of left it alone because you don't want to make those people mad, you know? That wouldn't be very smart. So, on top of this, we've seen a lot of people complaining about how Mary Jane is overpowered, how basically her side missions that were boring in the first Marvel's Spider-Man game now are just dumb because she's basically stronger than Peter, I guess. I don't know, I haven't played it, you tell me. She has like some sort of shock stun gun or something. But on top of this, we've also seen the issues where apparently the director of the game has said he doesn't give a shit that they made her overpowered. He's fine with it. We've also seen the complaints about her aesthetics in the game, that they've definitely downgraded her quite a bit from her original motion capture actor that played the character. And you can definitely see it in this picture that there's a lot. It's really rough. It's like they took the woman and tried to make her as ugly as possible. And again, if this person was a real life person, not the worst looking person you'd ever run across, but it definitely not some drop dead gorgeous model. Certainly not even as pretty as the motion capture actress that they got for the role. So they've also added into the game for the Miles portion of the game, I do believe, they have this girl that is deaf and graffiti artist, apparently. So apparently if you have a black female character, she has to do graffiti because that's apparently not racist. Kind of akin to how Adidas got to have a deal with Spider-Man 2, apparently, so that they could have Miles wearing Adidas, even though Spider-Man wearing tennis shoes is completely asinine. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. So now what we have in an interview with Gizmodo, apparently Brittney Morris, who is one of the writers, the advanced writer for Insomniac Games, and Ben Arfman, who I'm not quite sure what his role is. I think he was the director of the game. The two of them sat down with Gizmodo talking about the direction of the game franchise moving forward. Spoiler alert, I'm going to say that right now. They talk about who is going to be the main Spider-Man moving forward. You probably guessed it by now. It's going to be Miles Morales. They can't have Peter, saving the day anymore. They basically, at the end of the game, have him retire to take care of Mary Jane. Miles steps in, carries the load, saves Peter, apparently. I don't know. Again, I haven't played the game. What I've seen from a lot of people is they say that the action is great, the story sucks. Which, we're going to get into the story in a second. I have never played a single one of these games. I was gifted the first Marvel Spider-Man game. I have yet to install it, have yet to play it, so I can't speak from experience. The Spider-Man games are not my thing, never have been. That being said, let's talk about the woman who's the advanced writer for the games, Brittney Morris. And this is her Twitter bio. You can see the pride flag right here. She has her list of literary works up here behind her. She's written for some video games. She's a young adult she's a young adult author. And when you actually go to her website and see the books that she has written, they're pretty cringe. I'm not going to lie. And this is not, maybe they're not meant for me. Maybe they're better than they appear based, face value. They say you can't judge a book by its cover, right? If I were to do that, these look laughable. One of them being The Jump, which came out apparently on March 7th of this year. It's about 4 diverse young people who are part of a cryptology group, some digital scavenger hunting thing. And you'll notice right here, if you can see in this screen capture, that the parkourist of the group is the only female, and she is in a hijab. Not even kidding. Apparently doing parkour in a hijab is just, that's like, putting on socks in the morning. It's super easy. You see a million people in hijabs doing parkour, didn't you know? Another one of her books, The Cost of Knowing, is about 2 young black kids in their unsafe neighborhood getting, called. The cops called on them because they don't look like, their they belong in that neighborhood. The stereotypical garbage you'd see pumped out just to, you know, stoke racial tensions. Another one being a collection of short stories, mostly featuring like weird, strange relationships from, it's like 6 or 7 different people who contributed to this book. One of them being a story about two young men. Says that brings 2 boys closer to love. I don't know what age they are, but that just sounds creepy to me. And then this one here, Slay. This one came out in 2019. This is the one that I wanted to really focus on. This book, which she wrote 4 years ago, I'm just going to give you the synopsis from Amazon right here. And then you can make up your own mind about the intentions of this person moving forward. The synopsis reads, by day, 17-year-old Kiera Johnson is an honors student, a math tutor, and one of the only black kids at Jefferson Academy. But at home, she joins hundreds of thousands of black gamers who duel worldwide as Nubian personas in the secret multiplayer online role-playing card game, Slay. No one knows Kiera is the game developer, not her friends, her family, not even her boyfriend Malcolm, who believes video games are partially responsible for the downfall of the black man. I don't know what this woman was smoking when she wrote this book, but I'm going to continue. It says, but when a teen in Kansas City is murdered over a dispute in the Slay world, news of the game reaches mainstream media and Slay is labeled a racist, exclusionist, violent hub for thugs and criminals. Even worse, an anonymous troll infiltrates the game, threatening to sue Kiera for anti-white discrimination, in quotes. Driven to save the only world in which she can be herself, Kiera must preserve her secret identity and harness what it means to be unapologetically black in a world intimidated by blackness. But can she protect her game without losing herself in the process? This is the woman writing for your Spider-Man games. Now look, I know Spider-Man 2 has already sold a ton of copies. I think it was like, 2.5 million at launch in the first couple days. It's going to make a lot of money. There's no question there. You guys are going to keep eating this stuff up. And I honestly, if it's entertaining enough for you, I guess I can't blame you. But the reality is, these are the people that are in the driver's seat creating these games. You know, these are their stories. It's no longer going to be your Peter Parker Spider-Man. It's Miles. It's the LGBTQ agenda. It's everything that goes along with that. And if you're okay with that, keep buying the game, I guess. But the reality is, Peter is on the back burner, unless he's going to come back as like playing second fiddle to Miles. Say goodbye to Peter. He's done. He's out. Miles is in, and they're going to go even heavier with all the agenda that they've already pushed into all these games. It's just going to get 10 times worse. Either way, let me know what you guys think about that. If you've played these games, let me know what you think about it. I'm curious what the overall opinion is about Spider-Man 2, and we will see you on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have Locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.